Pope Francis is leading prayers today for the situation in Ukraine.
Tante omilie sono astratte.
On Sunday, the Holy Father designated today as a day for prayer for peace in Ukraine. Several other countries are taking part. In Rome, the Community of Sant'Egidio held a service led by Archbishop Paul Gallagher, the Vatican Secretary for Relations with States. But it was the Pope's remarks that drew the most attention. EWTN News Rome Correspondent Colm Flynn joins us now. Colm, great to see you. So what can you tell us about this day of prayer proposed by Pope Francis last Sunday?
Good evening, Tracy. Well, as one analyst put it, if conflict breaks out between Russia and Ukraine, it could be the greatest, largest global conflict since World War II. And here at the Vatican, Pope Francis this morning and on Sunday again asked the world to pray for peace and de-escalation along the Russian-Ukrainian border. The Pope had asked that today, Wednesday, be a day of prayer for Ukraine. He said that these current tensions called into question the security of the whole European continent and reminded global leaders that we are all called to be brothers and sisters. And as he put it, we should never pursue our own goals at the detriment of others. Speaking at the end of his general audience this morning here at the Vatican, the Pope said that he hoped the world's prayers would rise up to heaven and, quote, touch the minds and hearts of world leaders, and that hurts, fears and divisions would be overcome and that common good would prevail.
And Colm, I understand the Apostolic Nuncio to Ukraine gave an interview to Vatican Radio this week. What more can you tell us about that? And what did he say about the situation with Russia?
That's right, Tracy. It was Archbishop Vilvaldas Kulbukas. He was saying that the people of Ukraine were comforted by Pope Francis's words, who he says is one of the most respected religious leaders in Ukraine. And so his statements make headline news and they carry a lot of weight. But he also spoke about the reality of the situation and the terrifying uncertainty for the people there. Since that conflict with Russia started 8 years ago in 2014, when Vladimir Putin invaded the Crimea Peninsula, many people in the eastern regions of Ukraine have been suffering badly, and now they can't face the situation in the country getting any worse. And speaking on Vatican Radio about the Pope's comments, the Archbishop said that knowing you are not alone or forgotten during these difficult times, well, that is a great help.
And Colm, before I let you go, can you give us an update of what's happening at the moment and also how the Kremlin is responding?
Well, Tracy, as you know, tensions continue to rise. Over Christmas, 100,000 Russian troops were positioned around Ukraine, which is the second largest country here in Europe, with a population of about 40 million people. But Vladimir Putin denies planning an invasion. Instead, he is pointing towards Western countries, saying that their response to its military buildup is evidence that Russia is the one being threatened aggressively. On Monday, 8,500 US troops were put on high alert, ready for deployment. NATO member states have been boosting their security presence in the region. The US has also sent weapons to Ukraine and over $200 million in defense aid. The European Union plans to send Ukraine €1.2 billion in financial aid. And British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has urged European allies to have sanctions ready to impose if Russia does invade Ukraine. And meanwhile, as you just heard the bells of the Vatican ring out behind me, Pope Francis today has been asking the world to pray. Tracy?
Okay, thank you so much, Colm. Certainly a concerning situation. Colm Flynn, EWTN Newsroom Correspondent. Thank you again.
Thank you, Tracy.